welcome to the Backwoods Hiker. We are out with our first hike of the season. We're at the Peck Ranch. We're going to head up to the Rocky Falls, short 5 mile in, 5 mile out, overnight. I got AJ with me. He's back for his third hike with us. We've got decent temps today. Our highs are going to get into be around 67. Looking for an overnight low, around 50. Morning, on the other hand, we may see some rain. We may get wet on our hike out. We'll have to see, play by ear on that. They are calling for it though as a 60% chance of rain tomorrow morning. I'm ready for it. I'm up for it. I've only got some new gear. I don't need it, but I got a bug net overlay that I'm gonna test out, see how it goes this weekend or tonight. Like I said, I won't need it, but why not use it, check it out, see how it works, see how it sets up. I've got, for Christmas, my daughter actually bought me a machete, knife, and hatchet set that I've got with me. Pretty nice. I'm going to see if they work as good as they look and seem to be. And for anyone that's following me online, notice that I've been in the gym working on my health, my weight, and everything. I'm officially down to 40 pounds. Conditioning is getting a lot better, feeling a lot better than I have been for a while now. So hopefully this hike will be a lot more enjoyable. 310 pounds with a 40-pound pack, put some strain on you. Well, now I'm 270 with a 30-something pound pack. We'll see how it goes. As you can see right now, we got some decently clear skies, some clouds, but they're white puffies. Lots of sun. We are rocking right now about 58 degrees. We're still just after 10 o'clock right now, so doing good. We're on the Ozark Trail as usual, knocking out another section. My last video, as you saw, was we were down here. We did the car camp, and we stayed down there on the Peck Ranch and checked out some stuff down there. And now we're going from Peck Ranch to Rocky Falls. Check out the area there. Noisy cars. So I'm going to get my pack on. We're going to get going, and I'll bring you back while we're down there. And of course, you remember AJ.
Oh yeah.
Let's get going. All right, we're just getting in on it, and as you can see, they've been doing prescribed burns in the area. We checked the warning signs and that. We're going to be good because we are just outside the burn area. But it looks like, for the most part, they started back in March 18th, and so we'll be good in that area. We won't have to worry too much about it. And so, man, it's chuckled.
Someone had a big old bonfire.
Pretty much. Giant bonfire. We may not be able to do a campfire tonight though, because we don't want to. What'd you find?
Snail shells?
Oh. Wasn't sure if you said snail or snake. I was like, oh, what kind? But we are noticing the temperatures coming up fast now. It's getting a bit warm.
Shoot, I already shedded 2 things of clothing.
Yeah, he's already come out of his hoodie and his pants and in shorts, not naked. Me, I'm about ready to come out of my thermal that I didn't feel like putting in my pack because it was chilly this morning. And I figured I could at least be in it till we got to camp and got everything set up, and then I'd come out of them until later. But I might be changing my mind rapidly on that. You know, right now we're also in a time of the year that morels are sprouting up all over the place, and I'm thinking that we may not get a chance to see any while we're out here because it's been burned out. I do see new foliage starting to form, so there's a slight chance that we may stumble across a couple. We'll just have to keep our eyes peeled. One upside about the prescribed burn is that not a lot of undergrowth anymore to muscle through. For the most part. There's some. But not much to really visually see, so I'm not going to drag you along for the boring parts. But when we get up towards the top of the Steegle Mountain and get close to the Rocky Falls and that, I'll definitely bring you back because those will be some areas to check out and that. And we are actually, I forgot, not realizing it. Twice I've done this now. This here's the first weekend for turkey season here in Missouri, and the hunters will be out randomly in areas, and gotta keep an eye out for that. Yeah. But they're only really going to be out till noon because turkey season's short here. You can't hunt all day, so that's about another hour and they'll be out of the woods. I have really needed this, guys. Peace and quiet. Nature in your life. Spending too much time in the office and doing other stuff. If you let it, life will get hectic fast. Hectic life beats the stressful life. Well, I for one don't like stressful lives. I like peace, enjoyment, and the wilderness. So, but it's enough of that. I'm gonna get back to walking, and I'll bring you guys back when there's something to enjoy for you guys. Well, we're about 3 miles in, and as you can see behind me, we're getting close to the top of Steegle Mountain. It's been an amazing hike. We got some really good views here, as you can see. Definitely tell how they've been doing the prescribed burns here, so it's a little thin down there, but man, it's really nice. Got a nice little breeze. It's warmed up a lot, that's for sure. I'm feeling it. Thankfully, the closer we get to the top of the mountain here, we're getting a good breeze, so I'm pretty sure you can hear as it picks up. Oh yeah, we got nice, fairly clear skies. No rain clouds yet. And just if you look, I can see smoke coming up from this tree line over there.
Yeah? What did it burn over there?
This is like almost 4,100 acres. Yeah, we won't be in that direction where they're doing the burn still. So, yeah, we're about 2 miles, more or less, from our destination. It's almost noon, and once we get there, we'll get our stuff set up for camp and that, and then we're gonna go exploring and have fun at the falls and that. Should be a good time. So I'll bring you guys back a little later when we get to the true summit here and start making our way over towards Rocky Falls. But AJ's not hyper. Just happy. So, alright. We'll be back. Well, we've already hit the summit. I didn't think to record. We stopped and, as you can see, shedded some layers and had a quick snack for lunch. We're on the backside now coming down. The breeze has picked up and some rain clouds have moved in. Nothing serious, but may get a little bit of a sprinkle. So I opted to check the weather forecast to see if it's changed since I checked it, last night. And it has. Now it's calling that the rain might move in around 8 o'clock tonight. So may get a little bit of rain on us. And then again, it's supposed to rain again around 4 a.m. tomorrow morning and then move out shortly after that, because I checked all the way up to 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and by 8 a.m. the rain's out of the forecast, so should be alright there. But if we do get that rain in tonight, we'll have a nice muddy walkout in the morning. But yeah, it's all part of the adventure. But as I said, we're on the backside of the Steagle Mountain now, heading down. Kind of. We won't head too much down it. If I have to go back and look at the map again to see what the elevation changes are on the trail. I don't recall it being, we don't go down much on it, because we kind of skirt around the backside of it, stay around the same elevation, so we'll see. But even though we're fuller in the trees, we still got some decent views over there. And as you can see, the burn been done in here. Several small down trees that have been burnt up, and that trails are in actually really good shape. I'm grateful for that, especially after my last trail hike down at the Hercules Glades, where there was really no trail to follow, no markings, no cairns, and the trail just disappeared. We got off it, even using the GPS was hard to get back to the trail and find out if we were on it, and trying to stay on it using the GPS wasn't that easy. So grateful I ain't got to deal with another trail like that. But if it does start raining, I got my waterproof case for the camera, so I can still film now. Granted, audio is crap with that on, so I'll be muzzled and a slight echo to my voice if I have to use it. So if it does start raining, I'll use that sparingly. But we will hope rain stays out, and when the rain does move in, I'll be either overnight while we're sleeping and not using the camera, or we're in a spot where I don't really want nothing to film. So, but phew, a little bit of indigestion. That's always fun.
Nice little usual trail.
It is. It's not strenuous. I thought it was going to be a lot more strenuous than what it actually turned out to be. That, or my conditioning's getting a lot better than it used to be. Might be a little bit of both, but coming up the other side of the mountain there wasn't overly aggressive, really. So that's a good thing. And
I had a couple like nice little steep slopes up.
yeah, there was some steepness in certain areas, but they weren't long and weren't overly unnecessary. So overall, it's pretty good. Now, granted, we're going to be walking this exact same path and area out in the morning, so our leisurely downhills are going to become leisurely uphills then. But so far, our steep uphills haven't been met with a steep downhill just yet, so we shouldn't have much. But at the same time, we're just over halfway in. We got a little ways to go to get to where we're going, so that could easily change really fast. Oh, and AJ's got some new equipment now. Anyone that's been following me knows that we kind of stick to the low budget, low cost range. You know, I know a lot of people think negatively of that, but hey, it works. And that. So AJ's got some $15 tree straps from Walmart and the $20 Walmart Rainfly. We'll see how that works out this weekend, and once he's had a chance to break it in a few times, and come back and let you know how they are and if they're worth getting as either a temporary or short-term use. Because I'm all about I'm not out here, multiple times a month, in more extreme conditions, so I don't really have a need for some of the higher end, higher cost equipment. I'm out here casually, so, and I spend the money to do what I'm doing, and I understand you get what you pay for. And I'm into my third year with my hammock, which cost me like $25 maybe, $20, I forget now. And like I said, I'm on my third year. There's no wear, no tear on it, and it's been perfect for me and what I needed to do. So I won't complain or badmouth it. It was worth it. Now, I am looking at getting a new Rainfly that is a little on the more higher end cost range. But it's like a house tarp or whatever. It's got the front, it's got the doors on it and everything. It's oversized. So that one's going to cost a bit of money. But yeah. Old bridge. But used to be here. Yeah, but I think it was pretty much shot before the burn came through here for it to go as bad as it is, because I don't even really see much of a footboards are pretty much gone. You got the side rails and the piers that went across. Now another thing, me and AJ both, we're rocking Ozark Trail packs. I'm into my third year of my pack, and it's still, my pack is one of the things that I do kind of abuse a little bit. It gets thrown around, dropped. I've taken a tumbler too, and it's hit the rocks and protected me. Close far, I just saw another lizard. Oh well. It was small, it'd be hard to find again in that black. So, for the $48 I think it was I spent on it, 3 years, I'm good. I'm looking at getting a new one that's currently on sale right now for 40 bucks. It's originally priced at 80. It's similar to the Tinton Sport packs. It's a 75 liter. Not that I'm going to use more gear. I want the space. But I do know the little bit of gear I do use does take up every inch of space that this pack, my current pack has. So if I switch over to that 75 liter, I'll have room to spare and probably pack it a lot better and have it easier, better organized for accessing certain things, because it's got more pouches that I can set different things up with. And a buddy of mine got it, and he's gonna let me know how it does, because he's getting ready to go out, and it says currently from his initial inspections of it, it seems pretty durable and the materials are good and everything. So I'm going to check it out when I meet back up with him and if it's as good as he says it is, I'm going to go ahead and order it myself and start using it. And I'll have this for, day hikes or smaller, summertime hikes when I've got less gear. I'm not carrying an underquilt and my full sleeping bag, and I'm carrying like a small pack blanket or something like that that's not as heavy as my sleeping bag and that. So our downhill's getting a little steep now. This is going to be a fun uphill. Almost lost an eye.
Yeah.
Hike her down, hike her down. Fortunately, I still do have cell service. I'm impressed with that. Normally out here I don't have service, but when we got up at the trailhead, I had full service, which was kind of cool. So I was able to check in and mark my location. So if anything does happen, the wife can pull out and say, "This is where he's at, guys. Go find him." I've checked in already at the summit with them, and so they know where I'm getting at. AJ's playing around, and he's having a good time. That's basically what this is all about. Get out, enjoy yourself, man. I'm talking about like the prescribed burns that are going on. They're doing it to heal the area, allow nature to thrive and natural plants and stuff come back in and take over, and nature finds a way. And if we as even just the hiking community or the people in general, the human race, we don't take care of our areas like this, our natural resources, our grandkids and future generations don't get to come out here and enjoy this. I know I harp on it a lot, but you got to take care of your areas. Treat it like your home, because if you destroy it, you lose it. It's not there anymore. My grandson's 2 years old now, and a couple years I'll be having him out here with me. I want these areas to be where I can show him and I can teach him all this and conservation. I don't have many more years that I'll be able to do this. I'm 40 this year, so I've got a knee that's been surgically repaired once already that I don't know how much longer it and my hip's gonna hold out for me.
Tell me about it.
AJ's got a bad hip in himself. But I want to, I want to be able to pass this on to my grandkids so they can do it, and they can do it for their grandkids. And hopefully you get to do it for your grandkids. So on and so forth. Yeah, this is definitely a dead area, but if you look at the trees are still holding strong. Not all pine tree in here, so we're in the beginning of spring, and you can see like some of the trees are starting to get some of their green leaves are starting to show and the new growth on them. Some of them are dead, but they're not fully dead. They're just slowly getting there, and their ages are showing. I know I make comments about I ain't got many more years left of this, and I know I see people, they're 70-year-olds out here doing the PCT and the AT and all those. I'd love to get out on those. I truly want to before I can't do it anymore. I want to do the Camino Trail. Take a month and go do that pilgrimage.
Ooh, that was cool.
You know, don't sting me. You guys haven't seen the movie The Way with, it's written and directed by Emilio Estevez, and his father is the star of the movie, basically, Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen plays a doctor whose son, instead of finishing his doctorate, decides he wants to go hiking. And he goes to do the Camino Trail. And he dies on the first leg of it. Just after he gets his first stamp with on the Camino passport, he flies over there to get his son's remains and decides that since that's what his son wanted, he loved his son so much that he opted to do the cremation for the transport, took all of his son's gear and equipment that he had, put his son's ashes in the pack, and he hiked the trail for him, taking him everywhere, getting all the stamps and finishing it out. And when he completed the trail, at the very end, they asked him for his name to do the Camino certificate of completion. He gave him his son's name to be placed on it, so that his son had the recognition for completing the trail, not him. And I want to say, if you guys haven't seen that movie, go check it out. It is truly amazing. It's a good story. You know, there's another one called Into the Wild. And it's a true story of a guy finishes high school, gives up everything, becomes a vagabond. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the happy ending because he does die out there. And it shows you one thing, that if you can't properly identify an edible, don't eat it.
Don't you do it.
You know, he ate some berries that had a look-alike, and he had his book, he identified it, thought he properly identified it, and the pages were stuck together. Well, so he ate them to get some food because he was starving. He hadn't eaten in days. He had taken an elk and it was too warm out, and he didn't get everything preserved and smoked and salted out, and that quick enough before the flies came in. And well, when he went to get it so he could eat, it was full of maggots, all wasted. So winter set in, nothing to eat. Found some berries, thought he identified them, ate them, then started having issues with his stomach. We couldn't understand why. And he was reading through his book and then he saw the page was stuck together, and he opened it up, and it showed the look-alike plant and how poisonous it was, and that it would force your internal organs to basically shut down. You couldn't eat. Anything you ate would just come right back out. You would dehydrate. You lose all muscle function. It's a horrible way to go. But there's a lesson to be learned in it too. Don't trust it. If you're not positive, you can't positively identify it beyond a shadow of a doubt, and you're not doing it, and you're not experienced with it in a controlled situation, just going out into the woods and trying to survive that way, your chances of survival are not good. I bring the food I need to survive with. I'm a pretty good hunter. I do archery. I can do archery. I got a rifle. I can shoot with a rifle pretty good. You know, I can clean, preserve, and cook wild game. You know, I'm decent at bushcraft. I grew up with a father who's ex-military, who's taught me a lot. There are certain edibles that I can positively identify without it being a shadow of a doubt that I will eat. But there's wild mushrooms that I'm pretty good at identifying. I won't eat them though. Not till I'm at home, to where I can properly preserve them and prepare them and cook them, and that way if I do misidentify something, I'm within 20 minutes of an emergency room to get an antidote and be taken care of. I'm not out here, 3 hours from civilization and 10 miles into the woods trying to struggle back with a failing system. Morels are amazing. They're easily identifiable, but if you're not paying attention, you get a false morel or a black morel, whatever, or the red one. Good night. That's all she wrote. There's the jack-o'-lantern mushroom, highly poisonous. It's similar to the chicken of the woods. Chicken of the woods, really good. Dry it out, fry it up, you got an amazing meal. But if you get the jack-o'-lantern, which is similar to it, just more orangish, well, you're in trouble. Maybe it's the father and grandfather in me that I like to harp on those things. I know there's a lot of people out there, and some of you guys even watching, you probably know that stuff better than I do. And you're looking at me like, what are you bitching about? Now, trust me when I say this, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to the ones that are inexperienced and new to this. They're the ones that need to understand and make sure that they realize the reality of the situation. You can easily die out here. And in my view, your life's more important than that. Well, that's my rant and rave. You at least have one hike, or one rant and rave per hike, right? I seem to keep a pattern with that. So, let's get back to the fun. I have no clue what AJ's doing behind me. He may be still acting clown. Nah. But it is definitely, spring is here, kind of. Winter's been kind of temperamental. It keeps coming back. We're here, it's April 20th, and we're just now getting for a weekend really that's above freezing. Spring normally kicks in into March. Not this year. It was snowing a week ago. Hell, it was snowing a couple days ago. And I'm trying to sprain my ankle and fall down the cliff. I've misstepped a couple times. Trail's a little narrow here. But it is leisurely. God, good night. This is amazing. It's not, you know, our view is a typical woods. Trees, underbrush. Yeah, a lot of gravel. There's a lot of gravel. AJ slips. And we were up there.
Yeah.
We were up there. Now we're down here. And we're gonna eventually head up that way. Get where we're going to Rocky Falls. I'll check my distance in that here a little bit, and now I might check back in with you. I'll let you know where we're at, and who knows, I may not bring you guys back till we get close to camp in the falls to show you that, because really this is what our view is going to be like. Is this we get up towards another a clearing on the summit and that, then I'll definitely bring you back and let you check it out. And you know, I do want to do one quick call out though to the Ozark Trail Association. If you don't follow them on Facebook, check them out. They do a lot of work and it's all volunteer based. I haven't had a chance, and I keep wanting to go out to do their events where wasn't paying attention, and they're actually having an event this weekend on the Current River, further down the Current River area, where they set up camp last night and got all the tools prepped and cashed out. And today they're going to be doing some trail maintenance over there on a section, which I kind of want to get out and do one weekend with them. They do one mega event a year. They're actually doing, this is their second mega this year. This is their, what they call the Second Chance Mega. They'll have other smaller events where the volunteers come out and they camp. They spend a weekend at the camp. They do barbecue and, you know, food, water, everything. You just bring your camping gear and your good attitude and be ready to work, because you're clearing trail and, you know, and at times doing new sections, routing new trail. You know, so I want to shout out to them and give them, you know, thanks, because that group of people that make these trails and give me the opportunity to get out and enjoy them. So if you ever come across, you're ever out here, you come across them, thank them. They deserve it. They've earned it. And if you happen to be one of those volunteers, thank you. I enjoy what you've done. I will bring you guys back later, and I'll see you at the falls.
Yep.
Now we're getting close into the falls. There's our creek we're walking through. AJ's gonna go down and check it out. We're about a quarter mile from the falls now. We found our campsite back there that we're gonna come back to. And that it's almost 2 o'clock, so we're making really good time. And we have a nice, clear, clean water source real close to camp, so that's good. Found some healthy trees to hang from where the undergrowth is already, everything's recovering already from the burn that was done up here. But we're gonna head down to the falls and check it out. Battery's running dead now. I've got to swap batteries still, so I ain't gonna stay long on this one, and I'll bring you guys back at the falls, show you what's up. As you can see, we made it to the falls. A little busier than I thought it was going to be, but you know, that is what it is. It's gorgeous out here. So why wouldn't it be? This is awesome. Kind of at a loss for words for it, man. Just kind of sitting here right now. I had a quick second lunch, more or less, down at the bottom where the picnic tables are. We dropped our packs and came up to check everything out. We'll hang here for a little while and we'll head back and start setting camp and go out exploring around there and some other areas and see what we can find. But definitely gonna sit here and enjoy this, because this was what it was about. Literally above the falls now. Just chilling up here in the bright sun, because it's got a lot warmer. But there's my view. This is an unreal spot here. Now we're going to be camping just about a quarter mile in there, so not too far from here. Not really many decent hammock hanging areas around here to stay up here by the falls and that. And so I don't know if you can see the gnats, but they are crazy here. I may have been wrong about not needing that bug net. It's a good thing I got it, because it's getting on my nerves. But it is all part of it. We're in the upper 60s right now. My phone says the weather's like 65 right now. We're supposed to hit 68 as our high today. You know, mid 50s overnight, so we're good. We're good on temps. Won't be cold tonight. Rain is now calling to push in around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Good morning. It is raining. Sprinkling, rather. It's been sprinkling like this on and off, I guess, since about 3:30. Nothing too big, nothing too bad. Oh, it's like it's 6:30 now, so still pretty early. No intentions on moving just yet. I'm comfortable. It's pretty warm still overnight. When the rains came in, I guess around 4, I felt the temperature of the breeze drop a little bit, so still not too bad. I've got my rain gear with me, so I'll be good in that area. I don't have to worry about getting too wet when I get out of here. I will say, at least in this rain that we've gotten for the past 3 hours, my rain fly has not leaked, not dripped, nothing on me. My setup stayed pretty good. This bug net, I love it. But I do know that, excuse me, did I get you? The bug net helps knock down the wind and hold some of your temperature, and that I did notice that so I may use it more in the winter, even though I won't need it as a bug net, but just as an extra layer of, wind blockage, and that it's the no-see-ums mesh, so
It's a tight mesh. It's pretty easy to deal with. Trying to lay in my hammock as I am do this. It's not so easy, I guess. At least to keep it from cocooning me the way I'm sitting in it. Oh, I don't do the diagonal way for the most part. Not that I can't, but I'm more comfortable laying straighter in it. Oh man. Cough set it on me last night. I've gotten a bit of a raspy voice now. Uh-oh. My guy line's loosened up a little bit apparently because I got a little flap to my front there. When it does that, I can feel a little mist. So, well, I'm gonna stay here for a little bit longer, and I'll bring you guys back when I actually get up and start moving a little bit. And all that. And I definitely gotta fix that. That's getting a little loose. I hollered out at AJ earlier when the rain was a little heavier to make sure he was good, and we didn't need to start getting him broke down and getting our stuff out of here earlier. He said his rain fly was actually covering him just enough to keep the rain off of him, so that ended up working out. Still, we've already discussed he's going to be taking that back and going with the bare butt like I have. And then I know later on I want to get the Chill Gorilla. Oh man. Chill Gorilla tarp that's like the house tarps. Try it out. I've read some of the reviews and they seem to be pretty decent, so yeah, I need to tighten that line down again. Apparently oh yeah, that slid down, I can tell it. Yeah, my tensioner slid down. Well, I'm going to deal with that, and I'll bring you guys back later.
Well, up and moving around. Starting to tear stuff down. It's still sprinkling a little bit. I'm going to break out my waterproof case here soon just to play it safe. It's not a hard rain, but still don't want my camera getting too wet. I've got my frog togs on to stay dry because it's going to be out in the long enough that if I don't have some type of rain gear on, I'll be drenched by the time I get back to the truck, because it took us 4 hours to get down here, so I'm guesstimating it's going to take us about 4 hours to get back out. It's 8 o'clock now. AJ's getting up and moving. I've already had my breakfast and all that, and I'm slowly starting to pack my stuff up, so I will keep posting and checking back in with you guys and showing you the stuff and so forth. Overnight was actually pretty good. Like I said earlier in my video, my rainfly did pretty good, and his did tolerable. top edges of his hammock are a little damp from the wind blowing and the rain on him. But no, he didn't get drenched, so I guess in a sense it did kind of do what it was supposed to do. It kept him dry for the most part. But yeah, we'll get us moving. I'm not even gonna attempt to get a fire going. Everything's wet. Like I said earlier, it's been raining since at least 3:30 when I first woke up. Um, so it could have been raining longer than that. So give or take 5 hours of rain. You know, everything's nice and wet. But that's what it's all about. Can't have an adventure without a little discomfort, right? It's not too cold once you're up and moving. You know, the breeze and that, makes the ears a little chilly, but I've got a hood that I'll probably end up putting on. So, but overall, it was a very enjoyable trip. I've had fun out here. We, hang out at the falls yesterday, and we spent a good 2 hours there, probably, maybe more. And then came back here and had a small fire to kind of smoke out the bugs, and then we just kind of kicked back, and that was it. Had a fairly decent night's sleep. But I'm gonna shut this camera down for now and finish getting things packed up, and I'll check back with you guys when we get going. So then, well, still here at camp. We're almost all but broke down. We just got our rain flies up now, kind of staying dry. AJ's still got to eat breakfast, so we're waiting on that. Rain's picked up just a little bit. Kind of going back and forth. It's still just call it a heavy sprinkle. We'll probably be packing the last of this up and making our trek out here in about the next half hour or so. Hopefully the rain stays kind of like it is. I'm munching on a little bit of granola. My breakfast didn't stick around with me for long. Kind of hungry already. So, yay wind. Hopefully doesn't pull my steak out of the ground back behind me. It's been pulling loose because the wind's been flopping it around a little bit. So, that's our current situation. We're kind of avoiding the rain right now, and then we'll get moving. Hopefully before too much longer. I'll check back with you guys as we. Granola kind of stuck my tongue to my throat, my roof of my mouth. I will check back in with you guys when we're back out on the trail and moving, or something changes. So, until then, I'm gonna sit here. Well, I have no clue how well you can hear me, but as you can see, we're throwing our packs on and we're getting moving. The rain has picked up. It is almost 10 o'clock now, and we are gonna make the trek back to the truck, and we'll find a place to get some nice warm food for lunch. How's that sound? Going to the truck, finding a place to get nice warm food. Yeah, I agree. Because, 4 hours is what it took us to get here yesterday. So that means we got 4 hours back. You want to make it in 2 hours? Yeah, we'll see if that happens. But got my waterproof case on. We'll see how this turns out. I just got laughed at by an animal. Where's he at? That's a woodpecker. I know that crow. Oh. I was kneeling down to get my stuff together, and I got my frog tog pants on, yeah, I split the crotch right out of it. So, note to self, frog tog jacket, great, durable. Frog tog pants, not so good at the seams. So yeah, but at least I'll stay dry. It's the inner seam that's split, so the rain shouldn't find its way there. If it does, you'll laugh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is barely picking up my voice, so your voice back there might not be picked up. I'll repeat what you say, don't worry. Although you could, pick up the pace a little bit. It's starting to rain a little harder. Told you that pack was heavier this morning. Nah. Don't forget to roll your shoulders up before you do your hip buckle. Roll your shoulders up to get it higher on your hips so it sits properly. Is that gum? Oh. See, what do you got chewing gum in your pocket for? But I'm going to go ahead and I'll shut this down and I'll catch up with you guys further on the trail. Well, we are ascending the mountain now. This is fortunately on this trail, this is going to be the first of 2 uphill climbs. The rest is going to be downhill after this point. And it's not a horrendous uphill. The switchbacks do pretty good. Making great time at this point. It's still raining. Slowed down, but the drops are a little bit heavier. I can actually feel them hitting my arms. Not sure if the camera's picking it up or how well my voice is penetrating through the case. But once we get up top to the clearing and that, we're top of the mountain, I'll probably bring you guys back and show you the view. I will say one thing though. I'd have to leave my sweatpants on under my frog togs, and well, they don't like to stay up that well, so I'm having to randomly stop and adjust myself. Fun. This is a place you don't want to lose your footing. As you can see, the trail here, yeah, let's not do that. I'll check back with you guys just a little bit later. Well, as you can see, we've crested the mountain here, or the summit. It's raining still. A little chilly, but even with all the fog and the mist and everything, it's still gorgeous up here. Yeah, look at that. try and make this quick. Batteries are running out. We didn't stay too long atop the mountain here. The wind was just crazy. The rain had picked back up, but the rain's died out now, but the wind's still going. It's kind of cold, but as you can see, we're getting freakishly fast approaching our destination. So I'm going to call the video over, and I will see with you guys next time. And as always, get out. Your life's out there. Go live it.